go. Well, hey, man, it's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel. Now let's go ahead and get into growing up hip hop. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get this thing started. So the show starts off with TT and her fiance. Girl, they ain't talking about nothing. They over there just reminiscing on the past and who tried to talk to who first and when they finally got together and how they married. They about to get married with a baby and all this. Girl, they wasn't talking about nothing, okay? He was just giving us cuteness, all right? And she was over there trying to stretch her body and he was stretching it too. But we gonna move on, okay? We see Angela having to sit down with her good girlfriend. I'm so sorry I can't remember her name, but might as well say her bestie, okay? Sitting down with her, having a conversation, and what we learn is that she and her boxer boyfriend are no longer together. She has taken down photos off social media. She has just deleted a lot of stuff. She's not referencing him. I believe she unfollowed him and stuff. So people are able to put two and two together and realize that they're not together. Okay, now she does want this relationship. She's feeling a little down and out because, you know, she loves hard. She loves very quickly. And this is her first real relationship since she was with Sutton's dad. So she was with Sutton himself, and he ended up passing away. So she started to get emotional and cry and talk about how hard it is for her, you know, dating in public, dating in private. She just feels like it's really hard for her. She doesn't know what's going to happen. She's not okay. In this moment, she would love to be with him, but right now they can't. I'm wondering, what was it about the relationship? I'm not going to necessarily say he was cheating, but I'm wondering if it's the fact that he wasn't giving her the time that she wanted from him. That's what I'm wondering. Like, girl, was he not giving you the time that you wanted and you just couldn't take it no more and you just decided to go ahead and peace out? I don't think we've ever really got the full details about it, because honestly, Angela feels like y'all don't need to be in my business. Okay, that ain't none of your business, so don't worry about it. Okay, now her good best friend sitting there next to her started to cry for her, you know, even, and told her that, you know, I'm always here for you. I want the best for you. I support you. Even when your decisions make absolutely no sense, I still got your back. I'm still here for you, you know. So it was a, you know, a pretty sad scene, okay? It wasn't that sad, but, you know, I did feel bad for Angela, you know, wanting to have love and it's just not working out. And then you have to deal with the breakup in front of everybody in the public, you know. So that's that. Later on, we can see Vanessa, Creed, TT, they all go and hang out. And, you know, Creed got some, somebody there to do like pedicures and manicures and stuff. And the ladies are going to just pretty much vibe out, okay? Now, Creed takes on this opportunity to speak out about Sam and saying that she doesn't really know him. She's not fully familiar with him, but she wants to understand what's going on, you know, and she also wants him to understand that when we have Egypt for this performance, it ain't got nothing to do with you, okay? It's for Egypt, so we want you to sit down in the corner and shut up. Okay, and we know Sam ain't like that. He's just not gonna do that because that's just how he is, okay? She also spoke on Egypt, speaking on TT's fiance cheating on her and how she felt like that was rude, disrespectful for her to do that, and that Angela needs to go have a conversation with her girl. And I understand where Cree is coming from, because it's kind of like, I would love to tell you that, but I feel like I shouldn't know this information either. I'm not as close to you as Angela, so I'm gonna let somebody that really knows you like that carry that information to you, because I just really want to keep it professional. So that may backfire on her at a later time, okay? Angela eventually arrives and she hangs out with the girls for a little bit. Tanise says that she wanted to understand the issue between Sam, Egypt, and TT. You know, she's like, y'all still going through this? Like, I thought that everything would have calmed down by now, but y'all still out here just still not talking to each other since the baby been born. So she's trying to grasp understanding. And then Cree also says that she don't even know if Miss Thang gonna be at the wedding, because if you're gonna be sitting up there talking about your own family members to people that she don't know, girl, you're not worthy of coming to the wedding, okay? If you heard a rumor, you should have came to your cousin and told her, but you didn't do that. So she's like, she may not come to the wedding. And Vanessa is very clear on how she's gonna go and address that with TT. Now, like I said, Angela did arrive, and Tanise asked her, like, girl, what's going on with Jamaica? So is you going? What you doing? And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna be there. She said, okay, you gonna bring your boo? She was like, oh, girl, you in my business. I don't know, girl. I don't know. Back up off me just a little bit, okay? Now, she speaks on not necessarily being sure and how everything is really a struggle for her right now. She says that she can't seem to live things down or even try to move on because social media is on her R's. Okay, and Angela, you know, you've never really been a person to expose your relationships to us for real, for real. So they definitely gonna be on your R's every single time, you know. And then you're Angela, so they always just gonna be on your tail, you know. Let's go ahead and move on. Angela says that she doesn't want to work through the issues of her relationship with the cameras. She really doesn't want to do that. She feels like people should not be privy to her life or or at least to her life, because she's on this show, but not so much as her relationships. She was trying to do something different this season. She was trying to open up and let us see a little something about her relationship, but it's not going well. And people are confirming the reason why she keeps things so private. So she's like, yeah, I don't even want to share that with y'all. I just want to keep that to myself. I don't really fault Angela. I do feel like if you're going to be on this show, you should open up a bit more in your relationships, whether they're good or they're bad, you know. But I don't fault her on a human level, a personal level, of not wanting to show her relationships, because I don't really show my boyfriend, you know. Like, maybe my close friends will see him or whatever. Like, I don't even really show my son like that. So it's like, that some part of me I want to keep to myself. Like, that ain't your business if you don't know me like that. Just know when I show you, it's because I feel like showing you at that time. So I understand where she's coming from, but you being Angela, like, I feel like that's different. You've opened up your life so much, so people feel like they're obligated to have that part of your life as well. Vanessa says she agrees with Angela. She talks about how she doesn't really open up about her relationship. She says that her man is what pretty much got her on that, because he felt like their relationship should be private and it shouldn't be for the world and everybody. And he also isn't just some random dude. He is a son of one of the Wayans brothers. So he's a pretty big deal to me as well. They just be low key as far as the Wayans, okay? They just be low key. So, I understand where they're coming from, but Vanessa, I will say sometimes you get very boring on this show because you don't show us your part of that life. You don't really give us that. All we see is you running after Angela and wanting to know so much of her business and trying to tag yourself to what she got going on or to what TT got going on, that we do wish that you would open up a bit more. But her man has never been on the show at all. She's never shown that. She's shown her beautiful little girl, but I don't think I've ever seen her man on the show. So, you know, that's her prerogative or whatnot, but I do feel like if you're going to be on the show, then open up a bit more about that. You know, that's just, you know, what I would think. But let's go ahead and move on, because Creed was a person that decided to open up. She spoke on her dad, and for you guys that do not know who her dad is Uncle Lou, okay? Very prominent guy, you know, back in the day and still today, with a lot of his songs, you know what I'm saying? Raise the roof, you know. I ain't even gonna get into it because I'm gonna really be popping over here, okay? So let me just tone it down. But she calls him her sperm donor because their relationship hasn't been good for quite a few years. But she still wants that relationship with him. Not only is he her dad, but I believe her stepdad is, I'm not sure if he's the CEO of Slip and Slide or not. But that's her stepdad, so she's pretty connected and pretty known, you know, based on who her fathers are. And although she has learned a lot and has been able to be a part of what her stepdad has going on, she still wants that relationship with her dad. And I wonder, is her dad jealous or something like that? That someone else was able to come along and give her a bit more. And even with the position that this guy has in the industry, like, could he be jealous of that too, that this guy is doing so well in the industry and his daughter looks up to that man in some capacity and able to work with him versus working with her own dad? But she wants to know, why did he go absent? What was going on with him? Because I guess he went missing in a period of her life. So she wants to have those conversations, but sometimes men don't like to have those conversations. And it's so funny to me because they like to run away from having those conversations as if they're not going to resurface and come back up. I don't know why people don't learn their lesson, that the more you run from things, the more they're going to continue to reappear because you have yet to face them. So whatever the hard conversations are, have the hard conversations. This is your child. No matter how much you run away from her, she got the DNA that you have. She gonna always be there. Even when you dead and gone, she's still going to be your blood. So it's like, deal with the issues now. Come on, you only getting older, like she said, like you only getting older, you're gonna need your children. That is correct. That is correct. You don't know where you're gonna be at 20 years from now, and you're gonna need your daughter. You just never know, never know. So I think he should sit down and have that conversation, and I'm hoping they have that conversation, you know, this season. But we'll see how that's going to go for her. Tanice also chimed in and said that she could relate because she always felt like the oddball, out of her dad and with her dad's kids and how they didn't have that great of a relationship. But since she's had her daughter, her father has come around and he now has that relationship with her daughter, so things have gotten better. And that's something that Cree is hoping for as well. So I hope that she gets that. Okay. And let's go ahead and move on to something else. So let's talk about Savannah and Brianna. They go and they link up, they have lunch or whatnot, and she talks to Savannah, meets up with Brianna to let her know, listen, Boogie invited me out on another date. You know, I want to go on a date with him, but I don't know, I ain't too sure. You know what I'm saying? You just snapped on my boy, so what's going on? And so Brianna's like, girl, listen, honey, don't allow the situation that I have with Boogie dictate how you operate with him. Okay, they may be two completely different relationships. Like, if you want to go and date that man, girl, go do your thing. And I agree with Brianna. Like, don't allow me to stop you from you getting to know that person for yourself and you coming up with your own perspective or your own point of view of how you see that person. But I feel like, girl, don't tell her that if you done smashed Boogie though. Okay, now if you done set up there and you done let him hit the tatty whacker, girl, okay, and he done got all up in the cootie twirl, ma'am. No, ma'am. Do not encourage her to go out there and to date this man that you done smashed, okay? And I only say that because they give me that type of energy. Boogie and Brianna give me the I fucked energy, the we fucked energy, okay? The we got it in energy. That's what they give me. So I'm just like, girl, tone it down, scoot it back just a little bit. Don't encourage her to do that if y'all went and did that. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and move on, honey. We can see where, what is it? Oh, actually, Brianna and Savannah ended up talking about Angela and how Angela is going through this breakup and how it's publicly announced and stuff like that. And Savannah was calling Angela's man marriage material. And Brianna said he marriage material because he got a suit, girl. Ooh, honey, no man. First of all, I won't be claiming no man. I won't be claiming no man until I know it's real, for real. Like, you ain't finna be I'm not finna put nobody on my social media or anything, because people, they're gonna be having a whole lot to say when y'all break up. I'm like, girl, they're gonna be talking about you if y'all was to break up, if y'all wasn't to break up. They're just gonna be talking about you in general. That's just what they gonna do. Okay? Talking about he probably is marriage material. You don't know that, but I feel you though. I definitely feel Brianna on just not wanting to share certain things, you know, same way with Vanessa. So I get it. I understand it just a little bit, honey. Just a little bit. But maybe Angela felt as though it was something real. Maybe she felt like she had a good one that she felt she could show off. You know, and I think it's okay. Honestly, if you're with somebody for 3 years and y'all break up and y'all don't make it, like, and you delete photos and stuff, truth be told, it really is okay. All right, there are going to be so many people that's going to come in our lives, come in, leave, walk out, all this other stuff. I'm not going to even be sitting up there talking for real about you because y'all didn't make it after 3 years. I may talk about your ass if you done fucked around and got with somebody else after being with this person for 3 or 4 years, and you done messed around with somebody after 6 months, and now you in a whole nother relationship. Now then I'm going to be looking at you like, what the fuck going on over here? Like, girl, what is you doing? You know, then I'm going to be side-eyeing you because I know that you ain't healed. You just trying to, you know, go ahead and put you trying to get you a Band-Aid for that wound. That's what that is, okay? For the moment. But you got to just chill and heal, okay? But that's when I am going to look at you sideways. But as far as breakups, I mean, that shit happen, man. People be married for 20 years, get a divorce, married for 10, get a divorce, married for 1, it is what it is, man. That's a life. People gonna come, they gonna go. It is what it is. Some of them come back around, some of them don't. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about JoJo, Eric, and Tanice. They're all hanging out. Tanice felt the need to let Eric know. I don't know why she felt the need to let Eric know. I guess they were talking about the wedding and them going to Jamaica and her not being sure whether or not a wedding could actually happen, considering the fact that Miss Egypt been going around telling the business of TT about her man cheating. And, you know, Eric was taken back like, what? I hope that's not true. You know, I've had my fair share of incidents like that. Some of it was true, some of it wasn't, you know, so I just hope that their situation isn't true. JoJo is not really here for it. You know, JoJo did not want to be a part of the mess of spreading such stories. JoJo said, listen, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't believe that's what's going on. You know, it is what it is. Like, leave me out of that pretty much. But he did say that he wouldn't be surprised if Egypt and Sam is up here trying to stir the pot just a bit. He could be right. He could be right. We also saw a clip of Twist, JoJo, and TT's fiance looking at the suits and stuff, and Twist talking about how he wants to rap on the mic or something like that and DJ or whatever. Oh, okay then, honey. Now, what I find to be interesting is that the last time Twist was on the show, for real, was when he kind of snapped off at Miss Cree. I don't recall really seeing Twist on last week's episode. I don't remember, and I'm not familiar with seeing him on this episode aside from the quick snippet. So I don't know if he was reprimanded or something like that, like why he wasn't in the last two. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on that. Let's go ahead and move on. We see Cree in the car with her cousin. She's speaking about her dad. You know, first of all, it's her birthday. She's about to go celebrate. And she's talking about her dad and how she kind of got emotional about the fact that he has yet to hit her up. It's her birthday. He never hits her up for her birthday and say, hey, baby girl, happy birthday. None of that. But whenever it's his birthday and whenever it's Father's Day, she feels the need to reach out and extend that olive branch every single time. Every single time. You good. You better than me. You better than me, girl, because I would have moonwalked to the back. I'm not going to continue to do this, okay? I always feel like as a child, no matter the age, when you're a child or you're looked at as the child, I just always feel like the child shouldn't have to do so much for grown-ass people that's been on this earth longer, and they know what's up. So you better than me. You keep trying. You keep fighting for that. But at some point, I'm just going to have to scoot it to the back. Because at some point, you got to get tired of hurting your own feelings. Okay, you got to deal with people accordingly, unfortunately, even if that is your mother and father. Yikes. Okay, because you got to be able to thrive and survive for yourself. Go to counseling, get the therapy and stuff that you need. But, girl, don't be sitting up here letting people re-injure the wounds that you got. He going to have to come around. Okay, but if you want to keep fighting for your dad, girl, that's, you know, your personal choice. Keep fighting. The cousin gave her a recommendation to come out to a dinner or something that he's having so that she can hopefully have that sit down with the dad, because the cousin want their relationship to be repaired, to be fixed, and be how it's supposed to be as they move forward in life. And I just find that so interesting and whack as hell if Luke has access to the cousin and can talk to him whenever he wants and go to dinner and do all of that. But when it comes to your daughter, you're not accessible to her how she needs you to be. That's some clown ass shit, in my opinion. I don't like that. But, okay then, good luck. Let's go ahead and move on to TT and Angela. She's feeding this, well, not feeding, but she has a beautiful baby, okay? She had grabbed the wine, honey, and let me tell you something, little baby wanted him some wine too. He's just too cute. And so when they were sitting down, you know, of course, Miss TT's trying to get adjusted, trying to get the baby put down and stuff. Vanessa had to go ahead and let her know, listen, girl, this is why I came here. I came here because the girls is alleged that your man is cheating. Girl, they saying that this man is out here cheating. Girl, I need you to tell me the truth. What's tea? What is going on? Like, is it fact? What is it? And TT didn't necessarily deny it, but she just knew, like when she learned who it came from Cree by way of Savannah, by way of Egypt. And she knew that Egypt knew by way of two people, Sam with an M or San with an N, as in Egypt's mom. So she knew that it came from that side and they were starting some mess. And she felt like, listen, this is why I'm not talking to y'all. I'm not talking to you guys to avoid this drama, yet y'all continue to bring this drama to me. Girl, make it make sense. Okay, so, you know, she's frustrated about that. She's saying that it's BS or whatever. She leaves Vanessa downstairs, goes upstairs to check on her baby. Vanessa wants to know, is this true? You know, but TT, for me, she didn't necessarily, you know, admit whether or not it was true or not, which I think it is. But she tells her, listen, that Cree girl and Savannah, they're on my list now. You know, because we don't even really know who y'all are, and y'all done came on this show and y'all are participating in and sharing mess about my family. And she's like, pretty much she got her eyes on them. She also says that she don't know if Cree is going to be her wedding planner anymore because Cree was out here, you know, engaging in the mess. Now, I understand where TT is coming from, because I do feel like that could have been a better way to handle that situation. You know, Cree could have just reached out to her on her own and says, you know, as your wedding planner, this, that, and the other, whatever, you know, you know, your best interest. Before this goes any further, I want to be able to just let you know directly the information that I've learned. Because she definitely repeated that in front of Tanise, who wasn't aware until Cree told her, and to Vanessa. Now, I understand why she told Vanessa too, because Vanessa is closer to TT than she is, and she probably didn't want to get into the personal mess, and she wanted to stick to it being professional. So I understand that, but it could have also been a better way to handle it. So now it looks like TT may have an issue with Cree, but some part of me tells me Cree is the last person you're going to want to have that issue with. But we just going to see how this thing is going to pan out. I'm hearing that Growing Up Hip Hop will have a season finale on next week. Not sure how true that is, but we shall see, okay? But that's all that I have. I'm jamithatsme. You guys leave your thoughts and comments down below. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at jamithatsme, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.